Two families have banded together to push for the installation of lights and cameras on Lady Bird Lake right off of Rainey Street. The family of Jason John, whose body was found in the lake earlier this week, have teamed up with the Gutierrez family, who also lost a loved one in a similar way back in 2018. Fox 7 Austin's Amanda Ruiz is joining us live along the trail with their plea. Amanda.
Yes, Mike, this part of the trail is just off Rainey Street and right by the part of the lake where Jason John's body was found earlier this week. It's almost the exact same spot where Martin Gutierrez's body was also found, but about 4 years ago. Now, both families are joining together to band to make a change they say could save lives.
It is pitch black. You can't see anything.
This is what the Lady Bird Lake Trail looks like at night.
I mean, it gets dark. I mean, there is no lighting.
That's what Mitchell Gutierrez has been fighting to change since 2018. He wants lights and cameras installed on this trail, something he's wanted since his younger brother Martin went missing here 4 years ago. His body found 1 week later in the lake.
People are dying around, families are just being crushed and devastated through all of this, and something needs to be done.
The location where Martin was found is almost the exact same spot 30-year-old Jason John's body was found after he disappeared in early February. The John family had also been searching for a week before receiving the dreaded update.
We're still in shock and we're still processing, but at least now we have closure.
Mitchell says he reached out to the John family as soon as he heard Jason was missing, seeing similarities in both cases almost immediately.
Same thing, 2 a.m., Rainey Street, on a weekend, went missing, out of the norm, didn't answer his phone. 7 days later, they found him, to the T.
He says connecting with Jason's older brother, Rinju, for the first time was surreal.
And it was like I was talking in a mirror. That shock, that pain, that you don't know what to say, what to do, what to feel.
Now the two families have banded together for a similar goal, to make sure this doesn't happen to another family again.
We want this to be something that changes Austin. We want that trail to be lit up. It's hard to believe in 2023 that entire trail has no cameras on it. There's no very little lighting. It's incredibly dark over there. That has to be fixed.
The families recently sat down with state leaders to discuss the idea of lights and cameras on the trail. Mitchell says he hasn't heard much pushback, only from environmentalists claiming it's not safe.
As much as I love, the environment, trees, birds, and everything, it's not worth a human life. I don't give about that when in comparison, if it could have prevented Jason from going through all this.
Now both families feel their plea for change might actually become a reality. If and when it happens, Mitchell says it'll be the ultimate testimony to both Jason's and Martin's life.
Surveillance and lighting will mean that we actually made a change, that something happened, that my brother's death won't go in vain.
Now, Mayor Kirk Watson, along with Councilmember Zoe Kadri, are standing behind these families. In a statement sent to Fox 7 earlier this week, they told me they are working on fixing these issues. Reporting just off Rainey, Amanda Ruiz, Fox 7 Austin News.